Child, there's a young lady by the name Aleysha Ortiz that is suing Hartford Board of Education and the city of Hartford for negligence because she can't read or write and she graduated high school. Now, this young lady had absolutely come from Puerto Rico as a small child, and the school system was aware of this because there's tons of documentation throughout the years of her parents trying to advocate for her to get assistance in how, she was falling behind. And they kept saying they were going to do something, and they never did. They even brought down district people for a little bit. And of course, those people scurried on because if you know anything about interventions and tiered support and things, it has to be consistent. There's just consistency. Now, before everybody's like, oh, well, she was an immigrant. Duh. Mm-mm. Hi, I'm your former EOG prep coach, and I'm also a literary coach. um and we absolutely had students who English was their first language that struggled in this manner. I had fifth graders who were reading on first and second grade levels because the same thing, they were passed on through. Now, how does this happen? This happens because a lot of schools are severely underfunded when it comes to having people to be there on a consistent basis. I was contracted through a private company, so I was not able to be there on a consistent basis. I was only there through the times I was contracted. Um, but when you have schools that are severely underfunded by, especially schools in lower income areas that are severely underfunded by $23 billion, because, yeah, those vouchers you were talking about, that's about to cut the funding for these schools even more. So there's going to be plenty more people that are going to be struggling when it comes to literacy. The overall average of Americans in literacy is a sixth grade reading level. Parents, I cannot stress this shit enough. It is not the school's responsibility to teach your child how to read and write. It is your responsibility. You are the foundational coach for your kids. By the time they get to school, they should already be able to write their name. They should already be able to start, the process of reading. If they're not reading just yet, but if they're at least identifying and able to get started, it's not the school's responsibility. And I don't know where along the lines y'all got that shit fucked up in the game, but it's not. School is a supplement. You are your child's first teacher. That means dads too, for the other sides that, feel like it's just gonna should fall on mom. It's dads too. You absolutely need to read to your children. You absolutely need to help your children learn to love writing, because you get here now, they're like, how does she graduate? How does she apply for college? Because she's absolutely got accepted to college and in her freshman semester right now. She was using text to speech, and she, of course, she gets it done. It's just going to take her a little bit longer. And she said to her, it's just like words everywhere. You would be surprised. Even on this app, there's many people that have come forth and said they do not know how to read. They do not know how to write. And people are in the comments and things giving them tips and showing them the way, because they've made it all the way to adulthood. And with her coming in, she said a lot of times she was either pushed to the corner and told to go to sleep or draw pretty pictures. I've seen that in real life. Mm-hmm. And if you do not continuously stay on them, to say, hey, this is not okay, because the student it's just going to get further and further behind, that's what's going to happen. And like I said, real life examples, first language English speaking students, this is happening too. So please do not just think because, she came from Puerto Rico, that, because I know a lot of y'all like immigrant, not realizing that Puerto Rico is actually one of us. I know that's shocking for some people. Another thing as to why reading and writing is so important.